many of y'all remember WEC? Seriously, this is probably the most underrated division of all time. It's no question for me. We had such moments such as Miguel Torres' reign as the pound-for-pound king. We got to see the rise and domination of the California kid Urijah Faber. Dominic Cruz, his rise to being an all-time great. The start of the Jose Aldo era. So why don't we take a look at the biggest card in the company's history, WEC 48. Their first and only pay-per-view they did, taking place on April 24th, 2010. It had a buy rate of 175,000 with a total gate of 900,054 bucks, give or take. WEC was under the Zuffa banner, so we had the golden team of Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan on commentary, but they're not the normal commentary team for WEC. Even weirder, they don't call WEC by their name in the pay-per-view. They call it the organization, with the logos removed from the gloves and the cage. It's really odd. A really great way, I think, to get fans invested on this product you're promoting. But hey, whatever. At least it isn't Power Slap. So on the prelims, we see that Tyler Toner gets a finish in the first round against Brian Vischer with elbows. Then, wait, what the? Brad Pickett beat Mighty Mouse by decision? That's something you don't see every day. Chad Mendes got a very Team Alpha Male win by guillotine choke against Anthony Morrison. And Anthony Pettis, future lightweight champion, got a triangle choke win over Tough One veteran Alex Karalexis. But there's one more fight that I'm willing to break my own format for. That's right. Let's go in depth and let's cover the legendary Korean Zombie Leonard Garcia fight. So out the gate, we see Chan Sung Jung walking down Garcia with low kicks while Garcia is looking to counter with his hands. Then shortly after, we see the Korean Zombie step in for a leaning right straight that is countered by a cross counter from Garcia, as both dudes begin to just throw haymakers at each other for the next 30 seconds. Garcia starts to circle away from the action now, annoying Jung, but he cuts the cage off with a great head kick to stand him still so he can close the distance. He uses this to land a big hook combination that levels Garcia. Big ground and pound. Garcia goes for an armbar, then tries to transition into an omoplata. Jung gets out, lands more shots from top control. Big shots back and forth, Zombie just pouring it on, even with an accidental dick punch, but Garcia survives with the Holly Holm attempt. Second round, and another fast start from the Korean Zombie, another big head kick, and the brawl just ensues once again. Big right hand stumbles Jung for a second, puts him to a knee, some good striking back and forth, but came to watch a brawl. So after an ill-fated spinning back kick, Jung counters with big shots as Garcia once again finds himself with his back to the cage, but a big punch gets stepped past with Jung getting the clinch, jumping on Garcia's back. After a bit, they are back on the feet. Jung starts pouring it all on. Garcia has his hands down, eating shot after shot after shot with a smile on his face before firing back. Hang that in the Louvre for me. Third round, and we got some good circling from Garcia. He's looking to pick his shots. Not long after, though, it all starts again. Jung just gets in there finally, lands massive hooks, stuns Garcia. A little over a minute left, though. Jung corners Garcia. Both dudes swinging at each other. Garcia escapes, and both dudes are fired up. The rest of the round is just a small break, then haymakers, rinse, repeat. And after 3 rounds, Korean Zombie obviously won this insane brawl, right? Nope, not at all. It's MMA judges, guys. They gave it to Leonard Garcia. In a fight like this, you really want to say there are no losers, but the Korean Zombie definitely won. Despite that, though, this fight is an easy 10 out of 10. Definitely living up to the legend. So now that the prelims are over, let's get to the main card, where we have Scott Jorgenson take on Antonio Benuelos in a rematch from their very, very underrated first fight. So the fight opens up, Jorgenson's pressuring Benuelos while both dudes are looking to exchange punches. Great inside low kick on a circle that knocks Jorgenson to the mat briefly, and Benuelos is actually doing a really good job of keeping that left hook ready to counter as Jorgenson steps in with jabs and straights. Benuelos listens to me from the future, and Jorgenson gets clipped hard with a left hook that drops him. Benuelos on top, trying to get the ground and pound going for a bit. Solid attempt at an armbar, but Benuelos escapes before Jorgenson kicks him off to get back to the feet. Benuelos is letting it rip with spin kicks that actually look pretty good, and the round ends. And while it's a very good round, Benuelos, I think, does have it. In the second round, we see the common instance of 2 wrestlers negating the other one. Jorgenson really loving the head kick to stop the circling of Benuelos, and is having much more success with his jab and punches. He even drops Benuelos near the end of the round. big ground and pound from backside control while trying to work in hooks to maintain control. Banuelos gets to his feet. They break from the clinch, exchange on the round in. Great momentum steal for Jorgenson to get back into this fight. And you know what? This last round, I'm just going to say it. It's very similar to the previous one. Midway through the round, we get another right hand that drops Banuelos with Jorgenson trying to get a dominating position. And he goes for another choke with like 15 seconds left in the fight. Banuelos defends it well and is actually just swinging back from this bad position in a very entertaining end to this fight. So I took a break from the previous Chan Sung Jung Leonard Garcia fight to kind of refresh the palate, so to speak. I want to give this a clean, accurate score. And it worked. This fight's actually really good. It's an 8.5 out of 10 for me, easily. Great stuff all around. Next up, we have a lightweight fight between Shane Roller and Anthony Inakkuani. He's this long, dangerous Muay Thai striker that actually has a brother that's fighting in the UFC right now, Chidi Inakkuani. So out the gate, we see Roller instantly going in for a level change into a clinch, but great defense early from Inakkuani. Roller's working to get Inakkuani down, and he does with a nice trip. Inakkuani gets up pretty quickly, but Shane Roller's just in there deep. He gets a big double leg to get Inakkuani down. Half guard from Roller. He's attempting a mounted guillotine here, but Inakkuani defends it very well, gets to a sprawl, but Shane Roller just quick as ever. He just takes the back as Inakkuani tries to stand up Derek Lewis style. Eventually, Roller gets a great palm-to-palm rear naked choke for the win. This fight's pretty quick, one-sided, and yeah, not like a ton of action, traditional action, I would say, in this fight. But I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed the grappling in there. So there is some bias points in there for that smooth top game of Roller going on. So next up, though, we have a 145-pound matchup between former WEC featherweight champion and current coach at American Top Team, Mike Brown, going up against top 5 runner-up Manny Gamban. And this fight is potentially for a featherweight title shot. Out early, we see both dudes looking to land that bomb. Brown nearly lands a big one that could have been a fight ender with how much power he normally carries, but he's mostly throwing straight snap kicks up the middle, and Gamban's just looking for his spot, being patient, circling for angles. Gamban starts throwing some more, but Brown seems to land right back. He goes in, and he's caught by this right hand bomb, just levels him. Follow-up hammer fist, put him out, and Gamban is your new #1 contender to the featherweight championship. Kind of a slow-paced fight. I feel like my talk probably made it sound a lot better than it is, but you can just kind of feel that tension building. It's like being in open waters, and you can start hearing the Jaws theme at times. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, only because the finish, you can just feel dropping at a moment's notice. That bomb is about to land. And now we have a retro review debut for you and a new hidden hammer for our co-main event in the evening, Benson Henderson. I'm probably cheating because he was a UFC champion, but was a highly controversial one. I'm even going to go as far to say as he basically went 1-4 in UFC title fights. Nonetheless, he is amazing and he's awesome while being a super underappreciated fighter. And he's taking on Donald Cowboy Cerrone for the WEC Lightweight Championship in a rematch to their incredible first fight. Both dudes looking to test the water in the striking until Cerrone feints a right hand to land a switch kick to the lead leg of Bendo. Bendo goes for a takedown in response. He can't get it. He does maintain the clinch. I'm not going to say he Holly Holmes him here, as he's actively kneeing and actively moving. Cerrone turns into Bendo, but is tripped down. Bendo's looking for ground and pound. Cerrone's looking to reverse positions, though. He leaves his neck out, and it gets snatched up. Benson Henderson gets the tap to retain the lightweight championship. Really quick fight. It's disappointing it doesn't live up to like the prestige and like entertainment that the first fight has. But hey man, you know, what can you do? It's a very solid 7 out of 10. So now we have the main event in the evening between Jose Aldo and Urijah Faber. So Jose Aldo, fast rising star in the featherweight division after getting KO after KO after KO until winning the featherweight title against Mike Brown. Urijah Faber, though, just pure money. Super popular, built up this reputation for being this ball of lightning and energy that basically put the lower weight classes on the map. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to our newest editor, Augie. I have a small request for you though, bud. Can I get a visual counter here or here, wherever you want, for the leg kicks Aldo lands? I'll count them out for you, and if you don't know what I'm implying, guys? Trust me, you're going to want to see this one. First round, Faber comes out with a snap kick before doing the classic Team Alpha male. Nothing there. Aldo calmly evades both. Aldo being very patient in there, defending these quick bursts of strikes from Faber before throwing a skimming low kick, and that counts, I don't care. Aldo stalking Faber patiently, goes for another low kick that hits the rear leg, and Faber is backing up, and like all opponents who back up, the last part of their body that stays behind is the legs. So here's another low kick. Aldo steps into feinted left hook. That's when Faber's leg comes up, and he kicks the rear leg that momentarily knocks Faber down. Faber is looking for strikes, but Aldo is too fast. A quick left hook to the body, and a super hard low kick to the lead leg. Faber just looking to land here, trying to mix things up, but he seems just befuddled out there. He goes in for a blitz, eats a hard knee up the middle. That kind of knocked the wind out of me just watching that. Faber starting to find some timing with punch blitzes, but he eats a jumping knee to the body that takes him off his feet. Spinning back kick for Aldo, then some Faber misses as the round ends. Only 5 leg kicks so far, but hey, don't worry, it gets better. Second round starts. Nice switch kick to the body from Aldo early. Another low kick lands that, hits the rear leg, and somehow Faber doesn't get tripped down. He's staying upright. Aldo still being patient, defending these spurts of action from Faber, even landing a nice uppercut left hook counter. Aldo lands another low kick that is right after Faber puts weight on it. Aldo presses forward after this and lands another quick low kick. Just a masterful, minimalistic pressure from Aldo. He's using his footwork and feints to elicit reactions from Faber, and just when Faber doesn't bite on him, he's eating a hard low kick. Faber looking for more reaching shots at range as his movement is starting to be hampered. And of course, let's just toss it in there, another low kick. Aldo presses in for a big low kick that spins Faber 360. Now the threat of the punches is leading to feints that allow for low kicks. He feints a low kick into a left hook to the body, ending with another hard low kick. Okay, these are just really adding up. I apologize, Augie. What have I done to you? Faber is reaching and trying to find his range. It's a problem that he's had all fight. And then another speedy low kick comes in, this one forcing Faber to limp badly. Then another one comes in, forcing him to hop momentarily just to get feeling back in it. That round ends, and we have 10 in just that one alone. Round 3, same aggressive footwork from Aldo, but he's missing a low kick. Faber is trying to defend him now, right? This is a good sign. And about a minute in, though, another low kick spins Faber 360. This is going from bad to nightmarish. Faber's switching stance is something he was doing sporadically before, but another low kick comes in inside this time. Aldo walks Faber down for a punch, then a low kick that I swear hits the damaged rear leg. Faber threatens an elbow before going orthodox, and as soon as he does, here comes a low kick. Aldo attacks the body with a great left hook before landing another low kick that drops Faber. Faber kind of almost lands into a takedown, but a huge scramble from Aldo who just gets right back up, really showing you what happens when a one-legged person fights someone with 2 legs. Faber eats a combination of punches later that ends in a clean head kick from here. Aldo pounces on the hurt butt-chinned legend, but Faber throwing right hooks right back. Faber's back in southpaw. He eats a hard inside low kick, so that leg's getting some love. And Faber just only looking for this lead right hook in southpaw position, so he goes back to orthodox, something he's clearly much more comfortable in. Too bad though, you're eating another low kick. A slight break in the action until I swear on everything holy, Jose Aldo is swinging a baseball bat practically at Faber's leg that leaves the California kid limping. Aldo lands a huge punch combination, then stalks right after until a final low kick drops Faber at the end of the round. 9 low kicks in that round. This is gross, and I love it. 4th round underway, and this fight, it's just hauntingly hilarious to me. Aldo stalks Faber to the cage, lands a low kick, something I'm not tired of saying yet, by the way. Faber trying to find the range, another baseball bat to the legs. Hard limps. Faber is so tough. He's staying in there. I don't know how he's still around. Outside low kick to the lead leg. That isn't that bad, but still. Ah, man, I spoke too soon. A hard switch low kick comes in and it trips Faber down. Aldo wants to finish. Great transition to take mount. Faber tries to roll only to get his back taken. Faber does sneak out though, and we're back on the feet to the big crowd pop. Faber switching stances back and forth, but once he gets stable and orthodox, here comes that baseball bat, takes him off his feet with Aldo landing hard shots to pursue a finish. From here, it's a crucifix, and here comes the ground and pound. Faber's bucking, And for about 90 seconds, he's just eating shots. I don't understand how this wasn't called here. Faber must have owed someone money. Only 5 in that round, but that's something though, especially when 2 get knockdowns like that. So final round, and after a bit, of course, here's another low kick. This one luckily only skims. Faber tries for a takedown, can't get it, and he's stuck on the ankle. Aldo pulls the leg out, lands a big shot before Faber rolls to his back, and Faber's butt scooting here. Aldo looking for a way in, a lot of butt scooting like a toddler, kind of something you have to do when you have one leg, but after a while nothing happens, it gets stood up. Faber goes for another takedown here, and it's stuffed so hard that he does a front flip afterwards. I'm honestly impressed. Another low kick from Aldo, but he's mostly just coasting here. Faber tries another takedown with no luck, but eats a hard left hook to the body for his troubles that would have crumpled anyone else. Faber drops to his back, and after looking to tie up, he eats another low kick while on his back. Just not fun at all. And it ends this absolute domination and decimation from Aldo, who wins a very clear unanimous decision. This fight is slower than I remember, but my word, the damage Faber takes is ridiculous and delicious. He was on crutches after this fight. There's a video of his legs after the fight. They were black and purple, and they looked like they were the size of a heavyweight's legs on his small featherweight frame. Disgustingly brutal. I love it. It's the greatest thing ever. So I'm gonna give this fight a 9 out of 10 overall, just because I love low kicks, call me biased, but seeing that kind of damage done to the legs like that, where else are you gonna see that? So that's it for my first WEC card on the Retro Review series. So what do I think overall? It's fantastic. It's just amazing. Easily an 8.5 out of 10 for me. A great card that deserves much love. Like a lot of WEC cards, right? Like trying to narrow it down to which one to do was so hard, because I was like, what about this one, this one, this one? I can think of 10 off the top of my head that I would kill to cover on the show. What if there's a card though? You know, I hear you asking this. What if there's a card I haven't covered and you really want to see me talk about it? Well, I'm so happy you asked, because you can go to our Patreon and you can request cards for me to talk about. I'll cover just about anything, basically. And lastly, if you truly miss me during these weeks in between retro reviews, then you can catch me on Twitter, where I barely tweet, but when I do, it's me trying to be funny. And I'm not calling it X, I'm gonna be honest. It's still Twitter to me. I'm gonna call it Twitter. His mama named him Twitter, I'm gonna call him Twitter. And you can also catch me, though, on the second channel at INC Live. It's not Cagefighting Live, also, where I recap UFC cards after they happen, and I work on the preview podcast show with me and Carl. I'm Joe with the INC. Thank you for watching.